Well, guys, Trump was back at it again today, but I ain't complaining because I took a very nice win today. Um, Trump was just all over Twitter today, man, and he speaks in about 3 hours from this time of this recording at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I don't know why he was going on Twitter running his fucking mouth before he's gonna talk about all this and a little bit like after markets open. He decides to just go right before and during market open and say all the shit that he was gonna say during this press conference and fuck everything up because that's just how Trump likes to fucking roll, I guess. But I actually took advantage of it because it gave us a very nice data high setup based off a tweet. And I want to show you guys something that I found on Instagram. I believe KB Trades or something put me onto this. It's very, very useful in these markets because, like, you can see Forex Factory here. It just shows like scheduled news, which is good, but he showed everyone on his like that follows him this app called Financial Juice. You can get it in the App Store on your phone, and you can set notifications, and it'll give you notifications where shit like this that's red. You can see like red stuff like this. It like happens all day. This will actually come up as a notification on your phone. So if something like this comes up, and like let's just say it's super bearish, you can go break even or whatever. It's very helpful to have in this new tweet controlled market. So I know a lot of people don't watch my videos all the way through. I don't even have that many viewers, but my analytics shows that people don't even watch my shit all the way. So I want to get this over with at the start. So hopefully you guys can get some free game out of this. Financial Juice, there is an app on the App Store. It's super helpful. And stuff like this, you can see 544 and it shows you these data candles. So that was kind of my play today based off that. But I did take 4 trades, technically 3. This break even on gold yesterday, I already went over in the yesterday's video, so I'm not going to go over that. I took 2 break evens and 1 win. This last trade I took very late in the day, not realizing it was that late. I was like so locked in at work, and I opened my phone, I see a really good setup, and I entered and I realized it was like 12:30, and I automatically got taken out at 112. Luckily, I was break even because that could have ended badly, but it was only 1 micro, so I was just trying to scalp a little bit, but no big deal. But let's get into this here. So we had this 4-hour gap here, and we had this big one here. This 4-hour candle didn't have a wick on the bottom too. We had already inversed all this here, so we are looking very, very bullish again. I don't know why people took shorts again today. In my opinion, you can't go against a trend like this, but we did have Asia lows here. Everything else has been taken out. There was another high here that we took out pre-market, well, technically London session last night, leaving us with this New York AM and this London high. But my targets for today, the fact that we did close above this 4-hour gap here, you can see we closed above it last night, and this morning we closed way above it. So super bullish based off that, and the fact, again, we had inversed the hourly. And coming into market open here, we did get the inversion on this hourly, but that wasn't too concerning to me because we still had these gaps holding strong. So overall, higher time frame bias, super bullish. And this is what I was talking about with the fake kind of data high here. Basically creates a relative equal high with this New York AM high here. Or sorry, it might have been, yeah, New York AM high. So very strong draw in my opinion. You can see right here, 544. And on this app, very good to use, 5:44, exactly when this happened, and Trump basically said some shit about Iran and a ceasefire. So we get this big spike up. It takes out this high, but it leaves us with this, technically speaking, a data high right there. And right now, I was obviously looking for longs, but we did get a dump after due to another tweet that did inverse this 15-minute. But again, like I said on the hourly, we still have this gap we're respecting here. So again, not too concerned. We just tap back into it and then go back up. But the first trade I took that got break even was basically right at market open. This candle, we get a beautiful inversion after we've tapped in the 15-minute gap. Beautiful 1 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute inversion here. And I believe it was a 5 minute as well. Very small one, but it was a 5 minute inversion. And obviously, guys, that is just a free, beautiful looking long setup right here. And just targeting these data highs, which again, I said, very strong drawn liquidity. And this one I did end up going break even. My stops were just below here originally. 1 to 2.5, but you can see at 6:40, I believe we did get another tweet, yeah, right here. Or sorry, it was actual kind of news about PMI or something like that. I don't know. But he was tweeting about NATO all before this, and it was just very iffy, so I knew I had to go break even. And the fact that at this point, when I took this trade, we were coming up here, right? And we still had not inversed this 15-minute gap. We were still failing to close above it. And I was just kind of iffy on this trade. I really like the setup, but the fact we didn't close above that 15-minute gap until 6:45, and I took this. I was out of this trade before then. I was already break even. We were still respecting that 15-minute, and like I said, the lower time frames were a little bit more bearish due to just Trump tweeting and shit. I went break even basically right after we formed this fair value gap up here. I was break even, and thank God I did, because it took only a matter of like 2 minutes for it to dump right down to my stop loss. So that was a break even trade. Very good risk management. And just remember, guys, when there's something like a 15-minute gap that we didn't technically close above until 6:45 or whatever, just make sure that you guys are understanding that. Sure, you might get an inversion on a lower time frame, but if you're not going to take the highest time frame inversion, make sure you guys are aware of that, and you're going to go break even or take profits at some point. If you targeted up to the body of these candles, that was a very good trade, but I targeted the wick, so that one stops me out. No big deal, break even. I did end up re-entering after we come up and we get the inversion on this candle. Again, I knew the data highs were going to get hit. It was just a matter of time. It took a very, very, very long time to hit, but this was a really good trade. 3-minute inversion, 1-minute inversion, 2-minute inversion, and even a 5-minute inversion all the way up here. Right when I entered, it was the 5-minute candle closed above. So got in another long position right here on this candle. Dumped on me a little bit, but I had my stops pretty low. They were right about there. And just targeting up to here, it was about a 1 to 2. I was risking about $250 on this trade, and I made 550, and I got edged like 3 times. This comes up, barely misses my TP, and then dumps. I was like, oh fuck. Luckily, we still respected this gap, and we slowly made our way back up after getting edged again right here, and then coming back down a little bit, hits my full TP. I originally was going to target up to here, but with how the market was today, I was completely fine hitting a 1 to 2, still $550, and I was very, very happy with that trade. I think that was the trade of the day in my opinion. This first one was really good too, but like I said, at this point we had an inverse of 15-minute, and the second one we had, and conditions were a little bit better for the second trade in my opinion. So I think that was the trade of the day. I know a lot of people took shorts here and got fucking railed, or a lot of people didn't go break even on the way up and got railed and were bitching about market conditions, but in my opinion, this was very easy to spot. This first one, very easy to go break even if you got a decent entry. And this second one was just very obvious that we wanted to come up and take these data highs here. And I don't know why you'd be going against that, especially when we don't have any crazy draws on the sell side. Like, I don't know, I saw a lot of people trying to short down to this Asia low. I didn't think that was a good setup, but yeah, I think longs here were the play of the day, especially if you carried it up to this New York PM high, I believe it was. Then you really cashed on that. But $550 for me, not bad. I'll take that all day. And I did end up taking one little short position, like I mentioned. After we did take this high, we kind of dumped, and we got 15-minute inversion all the way down to 1 minute. I know the 15-minute was tiny, but we did get a 15-minute up here, and we come all the way down, and we still respected this gap. We got a good bounce off of it, and we come up into these bearish 15-minute gaps, and I just took kind of a continuation play. It's only one micro, and I took this right here, and right here, after we get this 1 minute inversion down, after we've tested that 15-minute gap, ran a good amount into drawdown, not gonna lie, and my TP was just down to this low here, but I automatically got kicked out of my position right about here, I believe, at 112. So I automatically got taken out on this red candle here, and because I was only trading one micro, it was only like a $50 win or something like that. I think on Top Step it was even less because I got a shitty entry on Top Step as I entered my Lucid first. But yeah, either way, $560 on the day on both accounts. Pretty damn solid for what most people were calling a shitty day to trade. This account's now sitting at a $1,600 balance, which is fucking solid. I only had this one losing day, and the past 2 days have been fucking mint. $2,000, over $2,000, $2,100 in the past 2 days. So I ain't complaining. My Lucid account looking pretty damn good. We are sitting at $2,000 in profit. I'm not 100% sure how the Lucid payout structure works. I've never taken one with them, but from my understanding, it's 40% consistency. There's no winning days like Top Step, but your trades can't be over 40%. So from my understanding, with this big win here, I need to be at about $3,800 before I can take a payout, give or take. I need to look into it more. I'm not 100% sure, but I need to make about $1,800 more from my understanding of it to take a payout. And I don't think it's like Top Step where your buffer's like whatever you don't take out. I think, again, from my understanding, I could be completely wrong, I think you still get your full $2,000 drawdown plus whatever is left in your account. So let's just say I make $3,800 and take $3,000. I'll have a $2,800 buffer from my understanding, which is more than enough, and I'd be super happy with $3,000 payout. And then I got to make another $3,000 to take another payout from my assumption. But again, I need to look into it more. I've never taken a payout with them, and I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself anyways because I don't really think I'm going to get this anytime soon because the consistency rule, I need to kind of split it up a little bit. I can't really make that all in one shot. That'll just make me have to make more. So Yeah, I have to split it up a little bit, but we'll see. I might trade Asia again today, but Trump is speaking at 6. Believe it's on here as well. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not really used to this website version of it, but yeah, right here. Trump speaks on Iran and NATO, and that should be a little bit of a shit show because he's already said some crazy shit today. So, there's going to be some crazy spikes, but I strongly suggest you guys check this out. The phone app is awesome, especially if you turn your notifications on, because everything that's red will pop up as a notification. It's very handy to catch like data highs that you might have missed. You might just think it's a spike in price, but it's actually Trump saying some retarded bullshit for no reason, and it's technically a data high. And I would have never caught that today if I didn't have this app. I would have just assumed this was just some weird fake out. I don't even know. But since I had that notification pop up, I knew it was technically data high, so I targeted it and everything worked out smooth. So strongly suggest you guys check this out. If you're trading futures, this is awesome. Maybe when Trump's not president anymore, we won't need to use something like this because like guys like Biden aren't fucking sitting on Twitter all day saying stupid shit. So for now, though, I would strongly suggest you guys check it out. If you take anything from this video, I definitely suggest it be that. But yeah, tomorrow, just unemployment claims, and then we'll probably get the after effects of Trump's little conference today. But Friday is a no trade day. All firms, I believe, are closed at 8 Central Time, which is 2 p.m. or 6 a.m. Pacific, and I want to say 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So before market opens, where we cannot trade on Friday. So this is all bullshit. I don't know why this is here on Forex Factory, but Friday is a no trading day for futures. CME's closed. So tomorrow's the last day of the week, and should be a good one, but we'll see how it goes. But it's going to wrap it up for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed, learned something. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe as usual, and I will catch you guys in the next one.